Hi, I'm Steve Hoyle, Director of Franchise Services at Signs by Tomorrow, and I'm talking to you live from the International Sign Expo in sunny Orlando, Florida. Today I have with me John Stevens at Hewlett Packard, one of the valued partners who supplies Signs by Tomorrow centers around the country with the technology and materials they need to produce effective visual communication solutions for their customers. Thanks for joining us today, John.
My pleasure, Steve.
So with April being Earth Month, we thought this would be a great time to talk about some of the more environmentally friendly products that are being introduced, and to specifically tell you about some of the latest and greatest products straight from the show floor. Before we get into what's new, let's talk about what HP has been doing in terms of developing sustainable products. Tell us some of the things you've been doing for a while now, and why you decided to focus on developing more environmentally friendly products.
Well, Steve, HP, being one of the largest companies in the world, has always been a leader and a pioneer in sustainability initiatives and green initiatives worldwide. So we actually have been named several times recently, I think, by Newsweek magazine, other major news medias, and certainly some of the environmental concerns as the greenest company in America and the greenest company in the world. I think last year with Newsweek we were number 2, and I think this year we were number 1. But always leading the way on our inkjet cartridge recycling programs that we do through big box stores and mass retailers, through our whole consumer business has always been a big push on the environmental side for HP. It's a big focus for the company. We actually have a chief sustainability officer, and it's a big initiative at the company.
Many Signs by Tomorrow centers have added the HP Design Jet L-Series large format printers to their equipment because of its greener alternative. Can you tell us what makes it different from other printers?
Well, the L2, the latex series, goes back to our introduction almost 4 years ago of the latex-based inks, and so the delivery engine for that is the L series printers from Hewlett Packard. So the primary difference, Steve, is we are creating a water-based ink technology that has the same performance characteristics as solvent without any of the volatile organic compounds, the VOC content that you find in solvents. And so certainly from a VOC environmentally indoor air quality aspect of that ink, that's the biggest change in that technology, to take a water-based ink that will do all the good things about solvent as far as cost per copy and outdoor performance without the bad stuff, and certainly the VOCs and the hazardous air pollutants.
HP also offers a material recycling program that many SBT centers participate in. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the second part of that, to really have a complete recycling program, or a complete green initiative. So we started, as we talked about, the latex inks, which are extremely low levels of VOCs, don't require ventilations, don't contain any hazardous air pollutants. But in order to really complete that cycle, we've also launched a whole series of green materials that we offer through our HP Media program, and some of those are recyclable, and then some are also, for example, green in the sense that they're PVC-free, like our PVC-free wallpaper, which is made of high-density polyethylene, or we actually have FSC-certified papers, which are new in our portfolio. So the media can be green in the sense that there's no PVCs in it, but also we do have, as you mentioned, the media take-back program, which when a sign company, if it's one of those 12 medias that we're supporting, when the end user is done with a banner, let's say the HDPE banner, there's actually a program where they can go on hp.com/recycle and go online and print a shipping label and put that product in a box and send it back to HP out in California, and we will actually recycle that. So it's a true cradle-to-grave recycling product. So it's actually, in that process, the ink itself that we're using to produce the sign is a green ink, a water-based ink with no hazardous air pollutants. We can be printing on PVC-free banner, so it's also green, no PVC, and at the end of life of that product, HP will take that back for free and recycle it. So it's a complete program.
We're hearing a lot of buzz about fabric as a new trend in visual communications and graphics. Are there environmental advantages to working with fabric as opposed to other materials?
Absolutely, Steve. So the part of the program we just talked about, when we talk about the media take-back program, that's a select group of medias that we've launched. They are HP branded medias. Within that family, there's some polyester textiles. So the nice thing about polyester, number one, it's recyclable. So it's part of that program. So when you're printing again using latex inks on the polyester textiles, in essence, you're again using a green ink on a recyclable material, so we will take that back and recycle it. But there's another aspect to textiles that make them environmentally friendly, and that really comes around about your carbon footprint. To use textiles is much lighter for example, in the trade show application, as opposed to shipping a trade show like ISA, when you go on the floor and you see all that material that has to be transported from show to show or back to a staging hub. You're talking about a significant amount of weight, you're talking about a significant amount of fuel burn. What happens with textiles, they're much lighter and much easier to ship, so it's a much smaller carbon footprint. Actually, there's a whole study we've done on what your carbon footprint can be if you substitute rigid, for example, with textiles in shipping. So there's another component which comes really out of the carbon footprint component of using textiles.
Is HP unveiling any new products at the show that are more earth-friendly, or do you have anything in development that we should be on the lookout for?
Absolutely. So what we launched along with latex, again, to really make this a complete green solution and not just an ink solution. So we created the latex ink, we created the L-series printers to deliver that ink, and then to complete that cycle we have, like I said, our medias within our portfolio that are green. But one of those medias that was very successful and very different from the beginning was our high-density polyethylene banner. So most banners, as you know, are PVC scrim, which is PVC, which would last basically for eternity in a landfill. So we launched a high-density polyethylene. It's only a 5-ounce product that has the same tear strength as 13-ounce scrim banner, but it's high-density polyethylene, which is a food-grade plastic. It's PVC-free. So this year, with our advent of our new L26, L28 series printers, we have the ability to do double-sided printing with auto-registration. So to complete that cycle and keep that green message going, we have launched recently the double-sided version of high-density polyethylene, which is a very different product. So again, it keeps with this message that when we launch this capability in our technology, so with our new latex printers, we're saying, hey, now we can do double-sided printing, and so along with that, we did launch the double-sided version of high-density polyethylene. Double-sided banners are a huge application, so now we give people the ability to do true green double-sided banners with our new HDPE. So that was the big one. The second one this year is certainly with our PVC-Free wallpaper product, which has been a huge hit. It's been featured on Extreme Home Makeover Edition. A lot of the wallpaper decor markets are being taken over by this particular product. What we did this year, that product has always been Green Guard certified for indoor air quality, which is a certification we have. One thing we did this year is we actually took the base material for that, which is a paper, and now it's an FSC certified paper, which is the Forestry Sustainability Council. So that's another little green initiative that we took to make sure that paper met that standard.
What have you seen here at the show that has caught your eye for being a more sustainable trend or product? Well, certainly at ISA, people are certainly moving in that direction to meet the demands really of the customers that are demanding it. So the print service providers, their end user customers are doing it. So what are you seeing? So you're seeing HP certainly led the way 4 years ago with the introduction of latex. And what you're seeing now, 4 years later, finally you're seeing competitors come out with water-based type solutions that have a more environmentally friendly footprint, whether it's they're taking components out of the hazardous components out of the ink, or they're actually trying to change the basis of ink like we did. So you certainly see that from a hardware point of view, that's coming around, so that shows you the trend is real. And you also see a lot of the media companies responding with either trying to get to a PVC-free state on vinyls, or certainly from a banner material you see a lot of the green messaging. So almost all of the media companies, the big media companies, are introducing new environmentally friendly products, and they're certainly pitching it that way. At Science by Tomorrow, we are making strides every day to be a little greener, but there is always room to improve. John, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, Steve. We will, and thanks for the support that Science by Tomorrow gives Hewlett Packard, and we look forward to another great year and getting back down to the show floor.